story building there.
A little bit. Oh, hey.
Oh, hey, everybody.
How's it going?
Welcome to Dead Walk Talk number 9.
Yep.
This week's Walking Dead episode is Walk with Me.
I did not know that.
Yeah, Walk with Me.
Oh, well, all right.
And
You lead the way.
me?
Walk with me.
Well, walk with me over here, and we'll. Oh,
Oh, hey. It's nice to see your pretty face again, Jimmy.
Jimmy's made a little return to the.
Yeah.
It's the Walking Dead that got him out, eh? Well, I think, like I said, there's a lot of. Obviously, we're introducing a major character this week.
Governor, they call you that?
Some nicknames stick whether you want them to or not.
And
Major character and major setting.
yeah,
It was good.
not a lot of super action, but some serious stuff going on there. Like
The return of Merle.
yeah, the return of Merle.
Oh my god! Merle?
Oh shit, it is Merle!
And what will happen?
Mm-hmm.
I like how Andrea faints when she sees him. She's like, oh.
How's about a big hug for your old pal Merle?
Yep, there she goes. Oh, look out.
You know, he seems to. Well, what do you want to talk about first? Want to talk about Merle? Or what do you want to talk about?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Go.
Well, my first impressions of Merle was it was good to see him back. I like Michael Rooker. I'm glad they took his cast off his arm because when he was sitting there talking to Michonne and Andrea in the room there.
Yeah.
It looks like it's about a foot too long.
Here I am.
And I thought that looks so corny. But then when he actually took it off and did the CG, then I thought, okay, it's acceptable.
And it looks like maybe they extended it for a reason, because he's got the
the
wicked knife
melee
on
or
him
whatever you call it. Yeah, so that was good. They must have been thinking the same thing I was. You got to squeeze a hand in there, so we should take
Is
it
it
off.
me, or does he look terrible?
Yeah.
It's almost like do you think they've made him up to look that
Oh,
way,
yeah.
or is he just looking that way?
No, well, I mean, even look at the. I think they made it to look that way because even look at Rick and those guys. I mean, they look all rough
Yeah,
and
I
scruffy.
guess,
You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Shit happens.
Just got to go with the times, right? No shampoo or soap or razors are probably few and far between, right? So,
He's looking pretty.
but he did.
rough.
He seemed like he's calmed down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I think being in the setting of the governor.
I think the governor's got him on a pretty tight leash.
We're taking back what's ours. Civilization.
Yeah, because there was the scene there with the scientist in the room, and he sort of kind of made fun of him, right, when he was going to come at him, and he's like, "What, are you going to steal his lunch money?"
Right.
You know what I mean? So he's not really taking any of his bullshit like
No.
he was handed out in the first series, or
Yeah.
else he probably knows he's on it, like you
Probably
said,
be toast.
on a tight leash.
So, what do you think of Woodbury?
Welcome to Woodbury.
Okay, kids. He said Woodbury, not Mayberry, so don't be looking for Andy, Barney, and Opie out there having a malted. The Doomgorium Survival of the Apocalypse Guide states, beware the utopian society that offers everything after the fall. Too soon after the fall, that is. Page 72. Check it out.
Long live the governor!
Long live the governor!
Long live the governor!
Hail to the governor!
Oh. Got a little brainwash
Yeah.
there.
Oh,
What's going on with
I
that?
don't know. Be looking for Kool-Aid soon.
Okay, what's going on with this tea? Did you notice that?
The what?
The tea.
The tea.
The scientist says,
Oh,
you gotta drink
the
your
tea.
tea.
Right.
Here's your tea. And then he gives the tea to Andrea.
Mm-hmm.
Is it just me, or is there something going on with this tea?
To civilization, then.
There might be something going on with the tea.
Like, because everybody seems to be rather acceptive of this, governor and the way the curfew is, and
Michonne didn't drink the tea.
she did not. And she remained skeptical, whereas Andrea's starting
time.
to... it's almost like, you know what this one reminded me of? It reminded me of a Star Trek episode,
Yeah.
like with Kirk and something, like where... They come down to a city, and
Yep.
and here they are, and it's this perfect idyllic setting, and
Yep.
and it's creepy.
It was. And, yeah, I don't know. I didn't, you know what? I didn't even clue into the tea there until you just said it. So I just, when I was watching it last night, I just wanted to punch Andrea in the face because I knew what she's going to do.
And give this a day or two, that's all I'm asking.
And even the sneak peek to next week, just proves what I was thinking. She's going to open her big mouth.
Yeah.
She's going to give the whereabouts. Well, we already know that because it's in the preview for next week. You know what I mean? So she's such a follower.
Yeah, she is.
It's a joke.
She's starting to surpass my. She bugs me. Like I said, she's got to either figure out what the hell's going on. Like, you know. So
Michonne, she ain't having none of it.
no, I think
She's just giving the dirty looks out left, right, and center, and
I don't trust him.
she don't trust nobody, which is probably what they should be doing. I mean, I don't know. I was thinking a lot yesterday about it. And you know, when they ambushed the army,
yeah,
people coming in, but
it's another huge thing.
But, you know, I got thinking about that, and this is just my opinion. I could be totally out in left field here. But they're setting him up so that the governor looks like the ultimate bad guy, and Rick's looking like the ultimate good guy, because what Rick did really wasn't any different than what the governor did. And I'll explain that, because Rick killed, you know, really an innocent human being. We don't know if the
dude in the jail?
The dude in the jail was really trying to kill him, or if he was just a prick.
Tomas.
Yeah,
Tomas.
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
still, he killed him he just said, you know what? I'm defending the group, and I'm going to kill you. That's what he did. And then he put the other guys in the other spot, and that was the end of it. It's Rick's way or the highway.
Mm-hmm.
Same as the governor. Now, I know it's the army, and they're supposed to be good.
Well, yeah.
But you think he's got this city that he's built, right? He's got his guys doing what he wants to protect the city, and he's got people inside the city that he has to look after.
Okay, I understand what you're saying, but the one thing I think you're overlooking is the fact that he comes back and tells everybody that
he's not gonna-
that the National Guard
Yeah.
was all dead.
Well,
You know,
what is he
like,
going
and
to tell him?
everybody was depressed because
Well, what's he going to tell him? He's not going to tell him I just ambushed the army.
Tell me where they are, and I promise, if they're still alive, I'll bring them in.
exactly.
He's
Like,
right. He's got to keep the peace.
Okay.
He wants people to follow him
But why wouldn't he bring the National Guard back to
because maybe
to
he's
the
afraid
village?
that they'll take over his
Well,
village.
I think he is. I think he
Yeah, of
what
course
he
he
is. He wants to set himself up as Pol Pot or Adolf Hitler.
Sure.
And read Mein Kampf with his collection of heads
Yep.
in aquariums.
Yeah. Well,
So you know,
yeah, and I'm not like he is set up to be the bad guy, but I mean, the way I saw it was he's trying to defend his look after his people just like Rick's doing, and he's in a different setting. So here comes the army, and I mean, you know what we all think when the army comes in, they want to take over and do it their way. That was my perception on it. He just did it in kind of an asshole sort of way. You know what I mean? So that's how I saw it. But I mean, yes, he is the bad guy, so they've got to make. So Rick looks like the good guy because he kills prison inmates, and the governor looks like the ultimate bad guy because he kills the army. So that's how I saw it. But you know, and of course he's going to tell them that they were already dead. He's not going to say I killed because he's got all these people, you know, and he wants them to follow him, just like that. That's how I saw it. Of course, that's just my opinion, right? It could be out in left field. So, and then the other thing, like, what are your views on the aquarium scene?
Personally, I've always liked, tropical fish over heads. Angelfish, Oscars, neon tetras, platies, swordtails, African cichlids, something like that, something colorful.
Well, it sort of flashed to the picture of his wife and his kid, and I think first of all, I think he's lost it. He's twisted. There's something twisted about him, and I think he's got a vendetta against walkers, and that's why he's keeping a collection, or
Yep.
biters as they call them in Woodbury.
Yep.
But I don't know.
That caught me off guard.
But he killed Wells, who was there.
Yeah.
Wells was there. Wells was no threat. Wells was a helicopter pilot. Like, if you're trying to rebuild, a town, hey man, there's lots of helicopters sitting around that Wells could fly. Like, and I mean, okay, if you're looking at it that way, maybe the army guys are going to be, some kind of a problem, or, but I mean, Wells was there. Why did he do that to Wells? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, Wells was a good resource because I think I'd like to have an eye in the sky. I
Yep.
mean, you know how important in our line of work fighting evil, basically air support is.
This is true.
So
I don't know what we'd do without you.
I mean, yeah, and without Jimmy flying the Huey, I mean, what are we going to do? There's no airlift, there's no, So,
Yeah.
I don't know. There's something definitely strange, and as far as his collection of heads,
Yeah, and I'm sure it'll all come
don't
to
know.
the light in the next couple episodes too. I'm sure they'll start doing flashbacks or giving more into his history. I don't know. I was kind of on the fence yesterday as to whether he did the. I don't think he did the right thing, but you know how you see some movies and like. I can't name any off the top of my head, but everybody's all happy that the army comes in, and then they come in and just totally fuck
Take over.
everything up.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I guess I can see what
You
you're
know what I
saying
mean?
there. Maybe he thought maybe they were rogue or
Yeah.
something like that. But I don't know. Something about when like it shocked me when Wells's head was in the top aquarium. Like I could,
Yeah.
Michonne's walkers were in there.
Yep.
But then all of a sudden Wells is done. I thought, well,
Yeah.
man, why would he like? That guy was worth keeping. But I mean, I don't know. So
But we'll find out in weeks to come. And the scientist. As soon as when I saw the scientist, all I could think of was I can't remember his name. I got,
Day of the Dead.
yeah, I can't remember what his
With
name is.
Bud.
Bud. Yeah, but that's all I
Yeah.
could think about because he's just like a younger version of
Yeah.
Dr. Frankenstein.
He's
or whatever
got
they
he's
call
got
him.
something going on there because when
Yep.
Merle and the governor were talking, and just before he made his speech, he kind of got sort of he put his head down and he walked away. So he's carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders there. you know.
There's tons of stuff going on in this new season that's
village.
gonna all unfold.
Village of the Damned.
Yep. And then even to give a sneak peek into next week, they go back to the prison, and Rick's freaking out because somebody's setting the alarms and stuff off.
Right.
And setting brains out, not you know what I mean. So who's doing that?
Well,
it's just getting more
That's
and more.
the only thing I could say about this one was there wasn't as much action.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was good storytelling. So
Oh sure.
the action that there was
Oh man, that's gotta hurt. Like, yeesh, that's action.
was necessary, and
Yep. Yep. But it's
I guess it can't all be action.
Nope, but it's episodes like this that make you want even more because, I mean, how many
More action.
questions are left unanswered just after this. I mean, it's great. I just wish it was just all, I'd watch 12 hours of it or 13 hours of it, but it's great.
I know.
But I love it, and I can hardly wait until next week.
Me neither.
I just want to find out more about the governor and what's going on in that head of his.
The
Gov. And then it all comes back. We talked about it last week. I mean, there's going to be lots of setups here. Merle's going to meet Daryl.
Oh yeah.
Merle's going to meet Rick.
He already talked about Rick.
Yep,
He's
Rick's
got something
gonna-
special for Rick.
Rick's going to meet the governor. Like, who's going to defend who and who's going to, it's just, what's going to happen to Herschel, my buddy? Like, it's,
Yeah.
there's lots going on here. I can't, Sunday can't come fast enough. So, I don't know.
Lots of action.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
All
I
right.
guess that sort of sums up Dead Walk Talk number 9. Walk with me.
Mm-hmm.
Walk with us down here in the dungeon, and we will show you the way. Evil is what we fight. Now that Jimmy's got his gas mask off, he's ready to fly the Huey. We are ready to go.
We are ready to go.
And we will bring you the action.
Yes.
Wherever you are.
Until next week.
Until next week, stay scared.